Good morning, everybody. You know, I just like to talk the real truth. So, the real truth about our southern border is people are coming across in droves. And it's not only Mexicans that just want to come here and make a good life. And like I always say, anybody can come here, just come here legally. Like I said, I grew up with a bunch of Mexicans, and their parents came here legally. Then they worked hard, and a lot of them are now citizens and own businesses and different things like that. But we've got terrorists coming to the southern border. This started way back in the Obama administration. If you remember the buses and loads of people that were coming across way back when, these people that are coming across the border are not coming to make a great life for themselves. Most of them are, but the percentage of, I would say, 20 to 40% are coming to harm us. You now have terrorists coming through that border, and they've been coming for a long time. Whether it be the cartel, whether it be whatever, they are coming to harm us. And that's their intention. They are filtrating through that southern border. They come up in ships, come up through Cuba, even into Florida, and that's the other border. But I'm talking that southern border. They come up through South America. They come up through Guatemala. They come through Nicaragua. I firsthand, when I was young, at 23 years old, saw the war-torn of Nicaragua. It was sad. You could see where people used to live and work. I believe Managua, Nicaragua, was a beautiful city until war tore it up. And that's exactly what's happening in Mexico right now. Well, when Trump was in office, we were helping the Mexican government fight these terrorists, the cartel, and everything else. And that's what needs to happen again. And I saw something saying, I don't know what politician said it. It may have been a Republican or a Democrat. If it was a Republican, probably a rhino. Said that Trump did not build the wall. Well, remember, Rome was not built in a day. And remember, the wall that got torn down, that Reagan said, tear down this wall, was not built in a day. Just like the wall of China was not built in a day. How long? Let's go look back and find out how long it took to build those walls. It took a long time. Trump was in progress, but because of them cheating the election, his progress stopped. Right now, and I've said this again, we would be in great shape as Americans. We would be prospering more. We would be living more. We'd be spending more time with our families. But now most of us, again, just like in the Obama administration, way back when, a lot of us had to work 2 or 3 jobs to survive. And right now, let's go on another subject, the military budget. I really want to see that vote this week and see who really supports our military and who really wants us to succeed in this world. Because without our military, we are nothing. We are just open to all attacks. And right now, we are open to all attacks because we've got our military spread thin. And that's what happened during the Obama administration. In the Trump administration, we stayed home a lot. There were no wars. Well, excuse me. We had the one that was already going on in Afghanistan. And that war, I don't understand why we went there in the first place, or why we went to Iraq. There's a lot of things behind it, but we won't go into that. But during Trump's administration, we had peace. There was not one war started. And if you look back,
didn't believe in war.
That's right. My mom here on earth right now that adopted me, she's a wonderful woman. She's 94 years old, and she gives me a lot of wisdom about the past and things going on. She just said, we had peace. There was no wars going on with the Trump administration because he doesn't believe in it. And sometimes we had to fight wars. And yes, he believed in it when there was a cause and he had to take somebody out that was a threat to a country that was trying to dehumanize people and just eliminate people. Just like I believe Assad was trying to do when Trump sent our troops and we bombed them that fast. Many of these wars could be over that fast. We're powerful, but we do it in the wrong way. And you know what? I'll talk about some other wars since I'm going in the wars. The Vietnam War. My father talked to me about the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War should have been over very quickly. But when they first went over there, they said, just be police. Just be police. Say, stop, don't shoot. Are you kidding me? We could have went in there, done what we needed to do, and get out. But there's always something behind something. There were people who wanted to make money. It's always about money.
Always about money.
Yes, Mom, you're right. Always about money. There were people who, with Weston and Cobalt, that made money. There were people that made money on tanks. I'm not even going to mention a name because you already know them. But see, and I always go back to this. There would not have been a Vietnam War if Kennedy was alive. They killed Kennedy so they could prosper. Yes, they did. And Kennedy was a Democrat. But you know what? I'm a Republican. I've been a Democrat, and I'm going to put that out there. The reason I was a Democrat in Louisiana, and we'll go into another subject now, this is the truth, was because a Republican incumbent, when I was a Walmart manager, cussed me out on the phone. And I wanted to meet him in the general election, and I would have. If the ex-governor of Louisiana would have thrown $500,000 behind his brother-in-law that was a preacher and didn't have much sense, really, I thought. I mean, he was a good guy. I remember my son, when I was campaigning, I have to say this, he walked up to this man, he didn't even know it was my opponent, and said, my dad's going to beat David Melville and beat John Fleming. Well, I lost, and you know why? Because I kept my morals and integrity. Yeah, they showed me only raising so much on the books, but they're such liars in Louisiana. Louisiana has put me through hell, and that's another story. Read my book that's coming out soon, hopefully by the end of this year or sooner, and you will know what really happened. Yeah, when you're a good man and a Christian man, the devil's going to fight you like no tomorrow. And that's okay because I'm going to win in the end. And God has a big plan. I mean, they'd throw me in jail just like they did Paul. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I'll keep standing. I'll keep moving forward. And nothing will stop me. And you know what's crazy is all that's going to be turned around. Because my God is greater than all that. But when I went to jail, I helped a lot of men in there. I got them saved. I got them filled with the Holy Ghost. I got to tell this quick story. I would walk around the jail, just walk around early in the morning, and I'd pray in the Holy Ghost. And this one guy, he didn't like me, but he started following me. And he was born again, but he started following me around the jail. And there was a reason he didn't like me, and I'll continue. I only get 10 minutes, but I'll finish up. And but anyways, I'll go into another 10 minutes because I only get 10 minutes. I had to fight my way back when TikTok kicked me off, and I had to start all over again like